was a house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls and window sills, tables and chairs warmed by all of the dust. This is a place where I don't...
The idea basically being that it's cheap enough that we could just pay it off and then not have a mortgage or anything. And so either of us could just come out here and live whenever we wanted and not have to pay rent or anything, right? A lot of people think it's like building a tiny cabin is going to be really difficult or really expensive. But once you have like a place to put it, either a piece of land or, lots of people are doing that on trailers, the actual building isn't that expensive. Like you can see this whole cabin here. To get it to where it is now, it's totally roofed. It's got all its windows in. It's got a deck. It costs like probably around $8,000. But in the meantime, it sort of affords me the freedom to still travel, go back to school if I want to do more university, live in the city when there's like more things going on there for part of the year. Like all those sorts of things. When I thought about doing this whole project, I didn't want it to limit my life. I wanted to sort of expand my life in the sense of like the possibilities and the things that I could do. So that's any of that sort of movement is really about simplifying your life so that you don't have to have, a huge house that you have to work all the time to support, all these other expenses, and you can fill your big house with all sorts of furniture, and like there's so much stuff that goes along with that, and then you're working all the time to support that. And instead, why not just live in a much simpler way in a very small space so that you can just spend more time doing what you actually love doing, right? Like it's definitely like another really awesome sort of form of alternative living to just being in an apartment or trying to buy a house or something, because it is so cheap, so you have money to do all the other things in your life that you want to do, even if you're not earning that much money. Yeah. I talked about this place didn't cost very much money, and the other thing to think about is, while I was building this place, I didn't have to pay any money in rent either. So while I was doing that, sure, I was spending money on construction materials and things, but I was doing all the labor myself, and I didn't have any costs in terms of paying, hydro bills every month because I just have my own solar system. I didn't have any costs in terms of paying rent to someone else, any of that kind of stuff. So, if you look at those things, it's especially affordable.